what's good? Another vlog. I am officially moved to Miami now. Happy to be here. Beautiful weather. Just pulling up to Publix. I'm going to meet my boy Ben. Shout out to Coach Benny Beast. Go follow him on Instagram at Coach Benny Beast. We're going to do a little food shopping. And a big part of what this vlog's about is what to eat to hit your macros so that you're not going crazy trying to eat enough food and do your thing. Yes, you need to prepare your own food. Yes, you need to go grocery shopping. It is the easiest way and best way to stay in shape, have a clean diet, and hit your macros. I'm raising my macros now with Ben, so I wanted to come here and get with him to see the types of things he's buying to be able to hit his macros. We're about the same height, but he's like, I think he's like 20, maybe 30 pounds heavier than me. He's got a lot more muscle mass put on. So he is going to explain that to us. We're going to get a couple carts. We're going to do a shopping haul and get into it, man. We're right here at Publix in Miami, North Miami. So shout out to everybody watching the vlog. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Once we hit 1K subs, we're doing Cash App giveaways. All you got to do is be subscribed to win. So hit that subscribe button, like the video, and drop a comment. Let me know what type of videos you want to see me make, and I'll make more of them. So without further ado, I'm going to go meet with Ben right now. I'm in the parking lot. And let's get this shopping haul going on. Let's go. Every Wednesday, 6 p.m. PST, new vlogs. Let's go. There he is, Coach Benny Beast. Let's go.
Let's feast like kings.
Time to shop haul.
Yes.
Shopping haul. What are we after today, bro?
We are after whole foods, whole balanced diet, and the best possible sustenance for gains.
Let's fucking go. It's time to get these macros right. So I've been having a hard time hitting carbs. What do you think for carbs?
I love potatoes and rice.
What type of rice?
I just get white rice.
White rice?
Yeah, so like a cup of white rice before it's cooked is like more than half of the carbs you need for a whole day. So like you boil a cup of that, a cup of rice, it's going to be like 150, 160 carbs. You split that among 3 meals, you're already there. I put diced potatoes in my breakfast. So with that, plus the rice, I'm already at about 200, 220 carbs.
Do you eat carbs early in the morning, or do you wait till midway?
I wait till my real breakfast. So when I wake up, I have a protein shake. I take my amino acids. I do my cardio. It's fasted, but I do have protein in my system, so I need to get jumped on that right away. And then after my walk, I eat my breakfast. If you're going to be working out for a long time, like if you're doing legs, like my leg days are longer because I warm up. I do dynamic stretching, and afterwards I stretch. You do want to have some glycogen in your system, you know what I mean? Because if you go fasted and you work out for a while and there's no glycogen in your muscles, then your body is going to use amino acids to energize itself pretty much, so it's going to be taking away from your muscles, so it's just counterproductive.
Got it.
My favorite carb that I always eat with almost every meal are sweet potatoes. I love sweet potatoes. If you have an air fryer, you literally just throw them in you poke some holes in them, throw them in the air fryer for 35, 40 minutes, pull it out, and then once it's cooled down, you literally can just pull the skin off, mash it up, and you just throw it in anything. It just like adds like a little bit of sweetness, and it gives you that potato craving that everybody has. Like everybody loves mashed potatoes, and it definitely does the trick.
All right, cool. Yeah. Sweet potatoes. Let's get it.
Yes.
I'm gonna get this one. Looks like sweet potatoes in there, yeah?
Yeah, that looks dope. All of this is usually good. Sodium's not a bad thing, especially if you lift or if you're athletic or you are active in any way. You actually need more sodium. Like I actually add electrolytes, magnesium, potassium to all my water. And for flavoring, I use garlic powder, garlic salt, pepper, onion powder, all that. It's really hard to overdo sodium. And even if you do overdo it, which I do it every day, it's not bad for you. That was a lie created a long time ago, and people just think it increases blood pressure or whatever. It's not true. If you overdo sodium, it will make you retain a little bit of water, not even that noticeable unless like you crush a ton of
You just pee it out, right?
You pee it out, yeah.
Yeah. The big boy rice, huh?
Yeah. There's 100 servings in this, right? if it's dry, it's 160 calories, about 36 grams of carbs, right?
Explain between wet and dry.
Well, wet is prepared. So like if it's prepared, it'll turn into 3/4 of a cup. So think about it like that. So 1/4 of a cup.
So if you're not weighing it till after you prepare it, basically.
No, so I just take a cup, like a literal measuring cup. I scoop a little bit under a cup, and I add that to 2 cups of boiling water. So if you do that, you multiply 160 by 4, but it's a little less, but I always overdo it. So that's about 600 grams of straight carbs. Like I said earlier, when I say like 150 carbs in a cup, so it's 36 per quarter cup, so that's 3, 6, 9, 12 plus 24, so 130, 140 grams of carbs right there. Trying to gain muscle and gain mass is super important. Like if you're just sedentary, you don't move, you don't do anything, like carbs are the enemy. But if you're using your body, like this is the stuff that you need. The only thing I like more than rice is sweet potatoes, but I freaking love rice.
Yep. Now we're on to the protein.
Yes, so I only get lean beef. Has a decent amount of fat, more than chicken. I eat chicken all the time. I love chicken. I think it's the best protein, but obviously you have to mix it up. And there's just something about like rice and beef that they just go together so well. You add a little bit of cheese, it's so good. Also with the sweet potatoes, beef goes really well with that. So like this is 1.2 pounds. So besides my turkey bacon and my eggs, I eat a lot of eggs. This is going to be like my main source of protein for the day, okay? So there is about 23 grams of protein per 4 ounces, 1.2 pounds. Do the math. It's well over 100 grams of protein, right? So you do this, and then you do your breakfast with like your turkey bacon, your 4 whole eggs, all that. There's another 30 grams of protein. Now we're looking at about 150. The rest of that I get from snacks like this. This bag has 32 grams of protein in it. My morning protein shake, make sure there's about 40 in there. And then whatever else I eat throughout the day, we're already looking at 220 to 240. I weigh like 210 pounds. My lean body mass is probably 190, so realistically I only need 190 to 200, but I always overdo protein. Protein is the hardest macro to break down. It has the highest thermic effect of food. That means you burn it just from ingesting it. So just breaking down protein negates about 20 to 30% of the calories in it. So like if you eat 100 calories worth of this beef, your body's going to break down 20 or 30 of those calories just by putting it inside of your body. Wow. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I'm trying to explain it like super basic. But yeah, so if you're gonna eat 100 calories worth of protein, realistically your body is only going to take in about 70 to 80 of those calories. Fat takes in almost all of it, and the same with carbs. Like you might lose like 4 to 6% on each of those, but protein 20, 30% in most cases. It also depends on the protein.
Wow. So you lose that just by eating it.
Yeah. Just from
So protein's the one area you do want to go over a little bit if you can.
If you
but you definitely want to get enough.
100%. There's no question. But like if you are like a person who's hungry all the time, like me, and like you just always want to eat, it's the most satiating because it's the hardest to break down, and you burn calories just eating it. So there's no reason like if you're always eating, and like say like you're not religiously tracking your food. The rice takes about 20 minutes to prepare. The sweet potatoes take about 35, 40 minutes, but then you have to let them cool down. So what I do is, when I get home from the gym, I'll put the sweet potatoes in the air fryer, let them chill, get out of the shower. I start cooking my rice, do whatever. Rice takes about 20, 25 minutes. By then my meat's already cooking. And then I microwave my veggies usually. So, or I air fry them and prepared. So I will do pretty much everything at the same time except for the sweet potatoes. And then I have enough food for a day or two, depending on how much meat I'm going to cook. I base it on like if I'm going to cook a pound of meat or 2 pounds of meat, if I'm going to be around a lot, you know, so it varies, but I tend to cook 1 to 2 pounds of beef and then like 1 to 2 cups of rice and probably 4 sweet potatoes, and I'll eat that 2 to 3 days.
What do you got going on right here?
I'm just
Snacking aisle?
I'm thinking.
What are you doing for snacks?
I don't know. I just kind of like looking at it. You know, I grew up poor. I grew up poor, so I used to like go to the KB Toys or Toys R Us and just look at the stuff I couldn't buy, and then I would just use my sticks as guns. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now.
It's like fantasizing about eating a bag of chips. Get some Takis, bro. Is that going to be in the macro count or
No.
some Milanos, bro?
It's never worth it, dude. Like, I love Cheez-Its, I love Cheetos, but it's never worth it. I just
5-10 seconds of
Yeah.
enjoyment, and then you feel like shit for hours.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's hard to fucking get past that, though.
It is. And my thing is like chocolate. So I'll show you guys some snacks that I do to fix my sweet tooth, because I have a real bad sweet tooth. But like, it's literally, it's like drinking. Like, you get like a little bit of happiness for way more dread, and that's what lifting has taught me, is like delayed gratification. Like, is it worth it? Probably not. You know. So it's like, you always gonna think about like, are you going to be proud of who you were yesterday? So like, I want to make sure that I'm set up tomorrow to be happy with what I did today, so I have a better day. And if you just keep doing that, it just adds up, and then you're successful.
For all the protein bar people and people getting the bars out of the gas station and shit, what's your take on it?
All right, so I've had like probably everything here. 99% of it is absolute booty cheeks. Like, this is disgusting.
What about the puffs? You like the puffs?
Dude, puffs are honestly my favorite.
They're
I
good,
ordered
dude.
a ton of them on Amazon. They're super expensive,
Bro,
though.
they're not that bad.
There's 140 calories per bar, 3 grams of fat, 13 carbs, but only 6 grams of sugar, and there's 17 grams of protein. So like,
Not bad. And they taste great.
they taste like I would eat it if there was no protein in it.
Yeah.
Like, dead ass. Like, this coconut one is so freaking good, but like they're expensive. Like, a 4-pack is $12. You know what I mean? So it's like, you can buy a candy bar for $1, or you can buy a good
Yeah.
candy bar for $3. You know?
Yeah.
But they have sales sometimes, like on their website or Amazon, but they're usually still like $24 to $25 before tax for 12 of them. But when it comes to protein snacks, I think caloric-wise and macro-wise, Builts are actually the best. So this coconut cookie dough batter, they're all good. Fit Crunches are not good for you, and they don't taste that good. There's like a decent amount of fat. There's a little less protein and more calories in it. Cliff Bars, not good macros. Like, these, there's not a lot of protein, as I recall, for the amount of calories. So there's 250 calories in this, and only 10 grams of protein, where the Puff Bar was 130 calories and had 17 grams of protein. So all this like hiking stuff and stuff you take with you when you go camping and whatnot, it's not
Grabbing some of these bad boys.
And also, like, this stuff, like these Lenny and Larry's cookies, like,
Trash.
oh, there's protein in
I
it.
used to eat that thinking I was doing myself a favor.
Dude,
That was before I was looking at labels, though, and knew what macros were.
yeah, so it's like, first of all, it tastes like ass.
Yeah.
Second of all, they didn't used to do this, so they didn't have 2 servings on here. You'd think a little cookie like this would be 1 serving, right? So before, it used to just say 220, but you'd have to see that there was 2 servings in it, which messed up.
Oh, yeah.
How are you going to spend 440 of your calories on this little ass cookie?
That's where people fuck up.
Yeah, no one
Empty
wants-
calories, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's not empty. There's friggin' 70 grams of carbs in it, and this little ass cookie.
But what I'm saying is empty meaning that it's not going to fill you up,
Oh, yeah,
but it's
yeah.
going to take up your total allowance.
100%. It's gonna make you probably crave more sugar.
Oh,
crave more carbs.
definitely.
70 grams of carbs in this little thing. These things suck. I drink a ton of coffee. I like to add milk to my coffee, and sometimes I eat Catalina Crunch, the blueberry Catalina Crunch. It's really good when you're craving cereal, or if you have a sweet tooth. It's a great alternative. There's a lot of protein in it. But Fairlife, the fat-free one, it only has 6 grams of carbs, it has 0 grams of fat, and 13 grams of protein
Damn.
in 1 cup. So 13 grams of protein in 1 cup, that's really good, right? So if you can actually put protein in your freaking coffee, right? You put
Yeah.
a quarter cup or whatever in your coffee, you drink 3 or 4 coffees, you're getting 13 grams of protein in there. So everything I eat somehow has some type of protein in it. So I'm just constantly eating protein. I've figured out a way to every snack, every meal, everything has protein in it. So like, I don't think I've missed a day where I haven't hit my protein goal in like 5 or 6 years, to be quite honest.
Damn. All right, so as you guys can tell, Ben knows his shit. He's real passionate about it. He's been doing this about 7 years. So, good guy. He likes his true fruit. Got the hash browns coming. What do you think? Is that the end for the grocery haul?
That's it, yeah. That's
That's it. I mean, that's it. That's a good base.
Yes. So like when you don't go out and drink and party and spend your money on random stuff, you can invest more money on your food. Like food is so important to me. I do view it as fuel, but when I do eat, I like to eat good. So like this is my form of indulging. This is my form of going out and partying, is spending more money on better food. Like it's so easy to spend less money on food that's not as good for you, but like when you're older, you're gonna be thanking yourself that you did this. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah, for sure.
It's
Even during, because I mean, the energy you have, I feel like you get sick less. Just you feel better about yourself. I mean, it's fucking better all around.
100%. It's an investment, man, and so is fitness. That's why like I never cheap out on anything with fitness. Like if I find a gym I like and I want to go to it, I get it. If I find a piece of equipment I like, I get it. If I find food that I like that's healthy for me, I get it. It's like, it's so much more important than almost anything else. Like the food that you put in your body is so freaking important. It's no questions.
100%. All right, so we'll wrap the video here. Make sure you go follow Ben at Coach Benny Beast on Instagram. His YouTube channel is going to come soon, so keep a lookout for that. And stay locked for, we're going to do a Costco edition of a grocery haul, how to save money while still dialing in and hitting your macros. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. You already know, man. Keep it locked. Let's go.
Have a good one.
Dialing in and hitting your macros. Like the